Let's talk about college. Who's been to college? Anybody been to college? Couple hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of you finished college though? All right, less hands are up. I went to college. I did finish. Never mind the fact that I was nearly 30 years old and it took me 8 years to complete it. But hey, a lot of people go to school for 8 years, right? Speaking of doctors, college try number one, I was going to be a doctor. I didn't know what I was doing. My parents didn't go to school. I was lost. First red flag was orientation. Sit down with the counselor. She starts giving me the third degree, right? She's asking all these questions. What's your name? Where are you from? And she gets into the hard ones. And I grew up in the 90s, right? So I know how game shows work. They ask you a question you don't know the answer to, you just pass, right? This lady was persistent though. What's your major? Major? Nobody prepared me for this question. I don't know what a major is. I finally decide that she's probably just trying to ask me what I want to be when I grow up. I know the answer to that question. Doctor. I want to be a doctor. She's like, okay, that's cool, but what's your major? I double down, and I'm like, you know what? I just told you that I'm going to be a doctor, so why don't we put that down, okay? It's kind of downhill from there. College. I was not ready for the college life. Maybe just go back to the workforce. I remember my first job, 12 years old, I was a caddy at a country club. I was rolling in the money back then, or so I thought. You know, those bags, they were about as big as I was. I don't know if you can imagine me as a 12-year-old boy. I was a little bit smaller, right? And here's the thing about caddying at a country club. You think, was I cart caddy? No, I just was a regular caddy, which meant I had to carry those stupid clubs 18 holes, right? And there's all these rules I had to abide by, right? Don't let the clubs rattle. Got to keep the clubs clean. Yes, sir. No, sir. Pace off the distance to the hole, just in case he asks for it. And there's all this etiquette at the green, how to hold the pin. Careful where you cast your shadow, don't make noise. Don't look anybody in the eye. All right, some of these guys had the audacity to ask me for my recommendation on what club they should use. Well, first off, buddy, you realize I am 12 years old, right? Second, I've never actually been on a golf course before, swinging my own clubs. Yeah, you're lucky that I actually pull out a golf club when you ask for one, and not one of those little stick things with the flat top, or one of those white balls with the waffly print on it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and entertain this question now. What club should you use? Well, sir, based on wind speed and direction, moisture content of the soil, and your performance on the front nine, I think you have a better chance just let me throw this ball for you down the fairway. Okay, that's what I think. Yeah, so thinking, what did I glean off of this job, right, that I can use in my life now? Well, I know this. I can now double as a pack mule, right? I can carry all sorts of stuff. Plus, I'm sterile now. So there you go, just like a mule.
Yeah.
So you're wanting to put in a nice big order at the grocery store? I'm your guy, right? I'll carry all those bags in one trip. Yeah, from your car all the way up to your third floor apartment, okay? Yeah, load me up. Keep in mind though, this was before the possession of a plastic bag was considered a misdemeanor in the state of Washington, okay? Yeah, so I made about $20 when I would caddy 18 holes. It's like $1 an hour. Shit. So, I found out later on that 12 of those dollars was coming from the house. And so that meant that this guy was only paying me $8 as a tip, like 5 hours of my life. And have you ever pulled out $8 in cash? It's 4 bills, right? It's a 5 and it's 3 ones. We both would have been better off if he just would give me 1 bill, make it a 20. It would have been easier, right? All right, thanks guys. Matt Houston. That's all I got tonight.
All right, Matt.